National Football League.
Well, in lieu of a full cast of Falcons soaring in the upper air of Mercedes-Benz Stadium, one does take to the skies before kickoff. That's the mascot, Freddy the Falcon. Down at ground level, it is a cauldron of Falcons also taking flight out of the tunnel and onto the field here in Atlanta. Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in, it's a Monday night primetime showdown. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Atlanta Falcons. On the Bills sideline, it is Sean McDermott. This guy's hoping to get back to 500 with a win here. Across the field, that's head coach of the Falcons, Raheem Morris. This guy's coming off the bye week, so we'll keep an eye on it, Brock. From the booth, Kate Scott alongside Brock Hewitt. Brandon McManus set to get us started. And off we go from Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. Gets at the 25-yard line. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. And leading them out is the 4th-round pick out of Tennessee back in 2017. He's found a few homes here in the NFL since then. It's Joshua Dobbs.
Don't think for a second, Kate, he hasn't heard the noise. Read the comments from the keyboard warriors who say they just want somebody else leading this team. Let me let you in on a little secret. Those criticisms, they can fuel quarterbacks. Make that chip on the shoulder even bigger to prove people wrong and to show I really do belong in this league.
Complete left side to Robinson. Good reaction to the RPO. They're going to get to him behind the line. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Back to throw. Dobbs. Getting out to his left. He slides down with enough to pick up that first. Enough to Gibbs from the gun. Nice tackle there, so a nice start to a new set of downs, but let's see if they keep it. So let's examine this flag. So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
This is complete. It's Matthew Golden. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. He's running for it. And his short game gets them a new set of downs. 1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. Straight ahead with Gibbs. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Now it's Dobbs. Here's a screen for 2. Well, putting him in the spin cycle. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
3rd long for him here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage. Markers reset, ball at the 37. On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down. Well, their opening drive certainly going according to plan, Brock. It's a new set of downs at the 27. Going to the ground again on 1st. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line. The defense all over this one. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. To the air, Dobbs. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Oftentimes, these early exchanges are just a feeling out process for rushers and blockers. They can also set the tone for the battles the rest of the game, and that defender, you know, with an early win, he's feeling really good about himself.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. Andres Borregales out now to attempt this field goal. This one from 47 yards away.
47-yard attempt.
Borregales connects. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I'm going to call that one a little tester, Kate. Kind of like a 5 to 8 foot putt. You really hope to make all of them, but you know, over the course of the season, you won't. In that case, it went right through.
Here's Smith on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So here are the Falcons out on offense for their first drive. And at the helm, coming off a career-best performance in year 7 here in the NFL, the #1 overall pick back in 2018 out of Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
I firmly believe the NFL is better with quarterbacks like Baker Mayfield, and his teams, they just embrace his feisty, chippy attitude he plays with. Also embrace the production he's shown. Massive new career best a season ago with 4,500 yards and 41 touchdowns.
Has it downfield. It's Chase. And he has it right near midfield here. He's about a yard short. An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They take the handoff. Now it's Mayfield. Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 2nd and 3 now.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And they make the stop. I'm going to say about the 37-yard line. That one gains 7. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
37-yard line.
Walker on 1st down. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Brought down by the ball hawk. He was an all-pro last season, Brock. Xavier McKinney.
4 yards.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Staying with Walker. And into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold it right at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down now.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Got a man. This is Evans. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
So the officials are officially on board tonight. For the first time, a flag flies. Somebody moved early.
1st and 10 at the 19.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. And nothing was going to help him escape that. He gets hit for a loss. 2nd down coming up.
Send a pretty clear message to the QB right there on that one. No one fooled for a second as they create the tackle for loss.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Baker now off the play fake. This is Ridley working the right side. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first. And the Bills bringing out an extra defensive back. 3rd down coming up.
3rd and 10.
Mayfield now from the gun. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and lead teams from field goals, you've got a great chance to win. That's the type of long sustained drive to take some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is if the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
As this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here comes the Bills offense for their second drive of the game. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. It's caught out right by Golden. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down. Here's Dobbs now. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. Running it after the penalty. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Making the stop that time, Nick Cross.
Brings up second down.
Here we go, second and very long. Pass is caught, it's T.J. Hawkinson. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's third down.
We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. It's a 3-3 game. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They have third down and 8. He lofts it deep left. And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing fourth down. The Bills with a punt team out there. And he's hoping for good results on his first look of the night. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. The Falcons taking the field for their second try. And they've got a bit of momentum from the field goal on the last series, hoping to grow that into something greater with a touchdown here.
Yeah, I think one thing you find is you do not want to settle for a field goal again. Points are great, but touchdowns, that's what's win games in the NFL.
And a nice chunk there, about 7. He's up to the 27.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 28-yard line.
This is Walker on second. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Falcons will have a first.
That's good for our Falcons. First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward, and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Play fake, it's Mayfield. Complete to the college safety, Sione Vaki. This one's going to wind up less than a yard from that first down marker, Brock. Play gets it up to the 43. Mayfield keeps it himself. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have fourth down coming up.
Come on, Kate. Put me in. One play, one time. I may have retired back in 04, but I could pick up a couple inches on that stick. Astounding that call did not turn into a first down. Come on, boys.
The Bills set to take over offensively. And they're playing with a chance to take the lead right here. Get a nice little cushion in what has been an otherwise really close game.
Yeah, and really the mindset, Kate, is this has got to be the drive. When you break the huddle, you look at each other and say, right now, these are the moments that tilt the game in our favor. Because you know if you don't get it done, you've given your opponent that opportunity.
And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Throw in with a blitz on the way. Finds him over the middle. going to get this one in 36-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Bills first down.
First down, Bills.
Gibbs now from the gun. They're working a couple yards past the line. That was Montez Sweat who took him down. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 38. He's Marty won't risk something here. Just chucks it away.
That was pretty cool right there. I mean, that is an underrated effort on that play from his target, hustling and bustling his way to make sure he was in the neighborhood of that throw. So the Zebras, they couldn't penalize the throwaway.
And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run 3rd down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up 4th down. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Falcons ready for their next possession. And they had to wave that white flag on their last drive, Brock, hoping to avoid having to call that punter this time out.
Yeah, and you get several chances a game, on average, somewhere around 10 possessions, and you know not all of them are going to pan out. So you got to forget what lies behind and keep pressing on to the journey ahead.
Short pass brought in. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
And out to Walker from the gun. No gain on the play, even after he broke the tackle. Just able to get back to the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Quickly into the hands of Evans. And that short field pass, Brock, is held to the short field. It's going to be 4th and short.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Takes this in at the 25. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Throwing his Dobbs. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 now. Screen here for Gibbs. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Dobbs. Checks it down to Gibbs. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Tooting on 1st and 10. Solid run in here. That's 9 yards as he brings up 2nd down.
It really is pretty simple. If you want to run against a 3-4 group right up the gut, number 1, you got to control that nose tackle. Number 2, you got to get people to the 2nd level. That was teaching tape.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. He's keeping it. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
13 yards. First down, Bills.
Left side into the hands of Dell. And he's tackled for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Dobbs. forces a now tougher third down.
Get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Gotta figure out this third down here. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Finds the in route complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Andres Borregales out now to attempt this field goal. It's a 38-yard look here. Borregales connects. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good than get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Fielded at the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now here come the Falcons on offense. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. And that brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Throwing again is Baker. Has him on a quick hitter. And that will not be enough for a first down. Started a little slow, but we've arrived at the 2-minute warning. It's the Falcons. With it, 3rd and 2. Left side gets it out quick, and it's caught. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. You know this better than most, Brock. Screens normally leave some rushers to come free, but still, it's not often you get roughing the passer on one.
No, it isn't, but I think of Tom Brady. To me, not only the greatest QBs.
And this time, they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here.
At the 47-yard line.
Another try following the sack. Right side is wheeled in by Warren. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and
3rd down. Here's Mayfield. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. Blake Gillikin will kick it away. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. The Bills' offense all set for their next drive. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. To the air, Dobbs. Oh, he loses the football. But it looked like a member of the Bills was able to get to that one, so possession remains with them. Okay, left side for Gibbs. That is exactly why you rally to the football. After one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Now it's Dobbs. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. So Buffalo's going to call it 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know, if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Dialing up a receiver screen. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Now the Bills use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From the 44 here on 2nd down. Underneath it goes. Catch made by the running back. That's good for 7 yards. And that's good for a Bills first down.
And the Bills first down
Here's Dobbs now. Look, it isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. So a field goal game at the half. Good one so far, 2 quarters to go. Now let's check in with Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Excellent work as always, Scott. Love that halftime reports. Just a field goal game for us here as we start quarter number 3. Here's Smith on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Out comes the Atlanta offense for the debut possession of the second half. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. First call here coming from the shotgun. Drive starts with an option, right side. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
QB runs could be some of the most difficult plays for these defenses, but not for the defense right there. Did the homework, and they get an A+ for how they defended that play.
Went the wrong way on first down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete. That throw intended for Tyler Warren. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
3rd down and 12 yards to go.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Rolling left, buying some time. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Now that's a situation, may have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunky yards, but still some work to do to get that first down.
Their punter making his way out now. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's just going to fair catch that one at the 24-yard line. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up, and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
And he cuts it back right. When this gets close to the red zone, he is inside the 25. So as we all recover from that last play, it's 1st and 10 near the red zone. Again, it's Gibbs. And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
Even on the outer edges of this field, Kate, a cornerback's making a stop behind the line. It's impressive. But in the middle third, that takes a special and fearless type of cornerback.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Back to throw, Dobbs. Jukes one defender, and they bring him down at the 18-yard line. And it's a dime look from the Falcons now. 3rd down coming. Looking to throw, Dobbs. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's got him that first down as he hits the deck safely. They're going to be looking at 1st and goal. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. Need better results here on 2nd and goal from the 10.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Pass play now. And in, touchdown Buffalo. The Bills push their lead further to start the half. It's a T.J. Hockenson touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with. When I think of the receivers, they got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Baker now from the gun. He'll try and run this. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they home down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Falcons, first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Play fake. It's Mayfield. That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. So the good work to defend the pass canceled out by a mistake in the pass rush as they get him for roughing the passer. They'll run here following the penalty. And he has enough room to gain about 4. So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Mayfield now off the play action. To the right side and wheeled in by Chase. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Good. Falcons, first down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut.
And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons shrinking the lead some in the third. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns. And that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons cut it to a field goal game. Raleigh set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. This return starts at the 5. The Bills and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. All right, Bills to the line now. First and 10. Start on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
2nd and 8. He takes it himself. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Bills first down.
First down, Buffalo.
Here's an option play right side. Brushes him up, avoids the defender. We've got a foot race. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
And the Bills first down.
This time it's a passing play. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. Throwing his Dobbs. Stepping up, and he's going to run. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
First down, Bills.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. From the gun, gives it Gainwell. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
He'll throw it. Screen here for Gibbs. Breaks through, and he might break away. And give him 10 yards there. A lot of work done as they set up 3rd and very short.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
There's a dive up the middle. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Buffalo.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. Here's Dobbs. All the time in the world. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 12-yard line.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He brings it in. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. And the Falcons get a 5th defensive back out there. 3rd down coming. Back to throw now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two. So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Starting from the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10. At their own 22-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Gives to Pacheco to start the drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
And they went 3 yards the wrong way to start this drive out. Here's 2nd and 13. From the gun, Mayfield. We'll just hop this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
Brings up 3rd down.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Mayfield now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
He's really starting to just about exhaust every option and trick he's got at his disposal. That time, trying to test him outside the pocket, extend the play, there was just nowhere to go with it.
Has it at the 37. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Bills and Joshua Dobbs headed back on offense. And this is the type of game that's going to get people talking when people look at the numbers that he's posted running with it. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. No one open, so he kicks this to another county. 2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Doms. And again, it's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back, and 2 straight incompletions that made this 3rd down. Dropping back to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
This quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
And this one skips out of bounds and will be marked inside the 30. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Baker now off the play fake. Hits his running back. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one at the 41. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
And the Falcons, 1st down.
So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's Falcons football. A nice little help for them as they trail entering the quarter. First and 10 from the 41. Now an inside give to Walker. Nice choice there to send this outside. It gets about 6 yards on the carry. Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Staying with Walker. He's going to be held up for gain of 2, so a little shy of that marker. 3rd down coming up.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line. A 2-yard pickup.
Mayfield keeps it himself. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop right at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard. And the Falcons.
To the line we go. They're set. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's a toss to Pacheco. And those running lanes are closing up fast, aren't they? He's out to just a yard.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
And that's good for a few. He brings up 3rd down.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. When he gets 2, it could have gone the other way.
And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Hand off to Tootin. The drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
Gained a little bit there. Kind of feels like a gain of nothing. You know why? Because you're still playing with your backs against the end zone. No real breathing room. No margin for error.
2nd down give to Tootin. And he couldn't quite break it. Still a 5-yard gain, though. 3rd down.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Escapes a defender. And a nice return. He has him looking at a very short field now. Here's Atlanta ready possession. And their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. First down, ball at the 36. They give up the gut to Walker. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be second down.
The tackle made by P.J. Hill. 1 yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
Play action. Here's Mayfield. Left side into the hands of Warner. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's first and 10.
That's good for a Falcons.
Running is Walker. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. 4 yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and
They
6.
take the hand off. Now it's Mayfield. Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
They call play action. Would have been better to actually give it to him on a carry right there, Kate. The front was fooled for about a split second, if that. And that play call ended up working in their favor as it leads to a sack.
Third down. Here's Mayfield. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Cole Holcomb has it. And the Bears will take over as he records his first interception of our season. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
And what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
On first down, it's Gibbs. And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Bills first down.
A gain of 12.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down, and they go right back to it. And second down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
That's why you often see some mix, some high percentage pass plays on first and 10. You got to keep a defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation, a chance to stack them up second and long.
Forced out to his right. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had here, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
He searches from the pocket. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up. Punt team on the field. And this is going to be his fourth effort tonight. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. And this group feeling a little urgency to make the most of this one, Brock, after they threw that interception the last time out.
Yeah, we know there's no more predictive stat in the NFL than giving the ball away. We walk that fine line as a quarterback. You can't play timid and scared to make a mistake, but you know you can't put the ball again in the other team's hands.
Second down now, 7 to go.
A 3-yard pickup.
Off the play fake, here's Mayfield. Throw left side, complete. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up
Third and short, Mayfield. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
That's good. First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They go with Walker here. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
The tackle by Logan Wilson. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
Here we go, second and 9. Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Loss of 6 yards.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front seven telling the guys on the back end, hey, All I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? That's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Intended target there was Mike Evans. And that brings up 4th and long. Offense staying out there. Looks like they're going for it. Here he goes. Gotta have this on 4th down. No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on down.
Coach is challenging to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. They come in on a little 2-game skid, Brock, but in control of this one so far. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Straight ahead with Gibbs. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8, 2nd down. So a timeout comes in. Looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. After that little 8-yard scooch, here comes 2nd and 2. They give to Gibbs on the option. Duke the defender. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the 2nd one used by the defense in this half.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. They'll get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout. So the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning. 1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Gibbs. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Bills up by 6. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. And they'll kneel this down.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. But now all the eyes going to turn to those officials. We got to see if this flag is going to take it away.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Offense liked out that play wins. They choose to decline the penalty. And now the Bills offense staying out. They're going to go for 2.
The Bills are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
He's throwing for it. He has it. And he's into the end zone for 2. That sets him up with a 14-point lead.
Bills 24, Falcons 10.
I always say about the NFL game, it's a game of matchups. And that time they get the matchup they want, and they go right to it. It's a risky call throwing it for 2, but that risk pays off.
And this drive will start inside the 25. The Falcons ready for their next possession. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. That one going to go against the D.
That's interference. Defense.
He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. 1st down throw here. Mayfield has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
1st down. Here's Baker. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Kyle Tucker makes the play.
That's interference. Defense.
So the interception's going to be remembered by the fans here, partner, but not by the official score. The interference call takes that away. First down from the red zone. And don't leave just yet, fans. He's got it for the touchdown. And there's still a small chance, Brock, that this one isn't over. Well, he certainly wasted no time in making that turnover hurt even more. They looked to the end zone on the very first play, Brock, and they connected.
You know, Kate, I love it. It was an ambush to begin the drive. They attacked that end zone against a defense who was out there on short notice and not ready for that sudden change they talk about.
17.
So down inside the final minutes, they're ready to try the onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover the football, and that should lock up this win.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
Kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. So the Bills fight their way to a win on the road. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, Hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happened over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.
With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bills as we say goodbye from Atlanta.